And your top seed, the Milwaukee University Spartans. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, as an all attendance, please rise and move your caps for the flag of our national anthem. Let's get to the next start laps. First, for the visiting Raiders. Number 1, Seth Thomas. Number 2, Calvin Harris. Number 9, Tourney. Number 11, Andy Schultz. Number 12, Tommy Flores. Number 15, Marty Williams. And number 15, James Smith. Raiders number 9, Chris Jamie.
Well, folks, this is it. This is what you play for. An automatic bid to the NCAA Men's Division III Volleyball Championships is at stake. It's the one-seeded Aurora University Spartans welcoming in the Raiders of the Milwaukee School of Engineering, the number 2 seed. These two teams saw each other just recently, back on the 5th. And it went 5 sets as the Spartans won, but historically, it's been all MSOE, 6 wins to 3 losses. Spartans coming in 25-4 overall, 11-1, regular season NACC champions. Their road to the championship, they beat IIT 3-0 in the quarters and beat Dominican 3-0 in the semis. For the Raiders, 14-11 overall, 10-2 in the NACC. Good for the number 2 seed. And their road to the championship here tonight as they beat CUC 3-1 in the quarters and defeated the Eagles of Ben U 3-1 in the semis. Head coach Shane Reed, the coach of the year in the NACC, going up against the Wizard, Dan Ames. 2 legendary coaches going at it here today. I'd like to give a big shout out to Gus Kalima, his birthday today. Happy birthday, Coach. Logan Brower getting ready to start this one. The commissioner, Jeff Ligney, and assistant commissioner Josh Schroeder are in attendance today, and we are underway. Nanoff. Here's S.J. Nelson. Alex Nanoff, the defensive player of the year. Here's Nelson. S.J. Nelson starts off the scoring, and the Spartans up 1-0. But what a crowd here today. Your starters, Alex Nanoff, Nathan Kerwin, Josh McClellan, the All-American candidate out of Calgary, Alberta, the NACC Player of the Year, and that's in there for an ace. 2-0. First ace. S.J. Nelson, Sebastian Suzuki, Amar Burzovich, and Logan Brower. Seth Thomas, Colin Harris, Antonio Baez, Matthew Schultz, Tommy Claus, Parker Rings, James Zippe. The libero. Here's Brower looking for Kerwin, the freshman, and sends that one long. Side out Raiders. You know, not hard to determine which team is who. The Raiders in red, Spartans in white. Here's Nelson, gets a big swing on it. Then the quick set in the middle. And the kill by Tommy Claus, the senior out of Kimberly, Wisconsin. Gives the Raiders the 2-2 tie here early on. Parker Rings. The server, Nelson. What a big save there by Baez. Back set, Nelson. Second try. Zippe kept that one alive, and that one in the corner. And MSOE with a 1-point lead, 3-2. Kerwin back over to Nelson, and Nelson with his second kill. S.J. Nelson, the 6'2 sophomore outside out of Chicago's Brother Rice. Nathan Kerwin, his family in attendance out of Verona, Wisconsin, the freshman. What a big role he has played for this team. Thomas outside, blocked by McClellan and Suzuki. 4-3 Spartans. Thomas. Oh, what a save by Kerwin and Nelson. Not off again. Suzuki drops that one over quickly. The Raiders set up. Brower ready for it. Here's McClellan, the All-American. Not off, keeps it alive. Back to McClellan. And that one blocked in by the Raiders. A good volley. Tommy Claus, 6'5" senior out of Kimberly, Wisconsin. Coming up big, 4-4. Seth Thomas, the junior, Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. Here's Nelson. Thomas with the dig. That one hits the ceiling, has to be played off. Kerwin, not off, finds McClellan. And that one blocked in again by Claus. 5-4 Raiders. Here's Thomas, puts that into the net. First service error by either team. 5-5. Sebastian Suzuki, 6'5" sophomore middle blocker out of Riverside, Illinois, Riverside Brookfield High School. Home of the Mighty Bulldogs. And that one long. First service error. Tommy Claus with the serve for MSOE. Nelson keeps it alive. Berzovic puts it back over. That blocked up by Berzovic. Back over to the outside and give the kill. Colin Harris, sophomore from Wales, Wisconsin. 7-5 Raiders. And Nelson with the kill. S.J. Nelson back to serve. 6-7. Thomas picks that one off the top of the floor. And McClellan makes him pay on the double hit. Here's Nelson. That one almost hits the floor again. Kerwin keeps it alive. Here's McClellan. Harris again. 8-7. Spartans right at zeros on the hitting percentage, 0.67 for MSOE. Back set to Nelson. Andrew Schultz, 6'3" sophomore middle blocker out of Antioch, Illinois. Gives the Raiders a 2-point lead, 9-7. Harris with the serve. Thomas with a big dig on the kill attempt by McClellan. Kerwin keeps it alive. McClellan. Shot number 2, and this one will count. First kill for preseason All-American pick out of Calgary, Alberta. Connor Carroll, the southpaw, in to serve. Eight serving 9 here early on in set 1. Brower got a hand on it, but out of play it goes. That one long. Lamar Berzovic out of Wheaton, Illinois. Got to talk to his father. That was pretty cool. Suzuki drops that one over, almost falls in. And MSOE will make him pay. Matthew Schultz. Raiders maintain that 2-point slim lead, 11-9 here early on. Meyer and Suzuki. Suzuki with his first kill. Lucas Meyer, 6'6" senior out of Des Plaines, Illinois. Logan Brower, 6'4" junior setter out of Shorewood, Joliet West. That one long by Brower. Second service error. But one thing you don't want to do, you do not want to give up 3 points right now. Rings with the serve. Brower fighting for it. Tommy Claus. Biggest lead of the contest is 3. 13-10. Suzuki. His second kill, side out Spartans. 11 serving 13. Nathan Kerwin back to serve. Spartans with a chance to bring it within 1. Bauer keeps it alive, Nonoff. Here's McClellan. Count it. 12 serving 13. McClellan's second kill. Last time these two teams met, back on the 5th of April, not too long ago. Win 5 sets with the Spartans winning the 5th set 15-13. Kerwin ready. Back set. Here's Nelson. Tied 13 apiece. Kerwin serve. Well, that almost fell in there for an ace. But the Raiders. Tommy Claus with another kill. He's got 2. Team 7th. They actually gave that to Harris. Spartans looking to tie it back up again. Nelson ready. Here's Brower. Nice set. McClellan. Harris was sitting there waiting for it. (15-13). Seth Thomas serving for MSOE. Fight for it at the net. And the Raiders will win that fight, 16-13. Third service error by Thomas gives the Spartans the side out. 14 serving 16 here early on. Nathan Anderson in to serve for Suzuki. Tommy Claus with his second kill, side out, Raiders. Claus will get the serve. (17) serving 14. Here's McClellan. That's his third. 15. Serving 17, S.J. Nelson back to serve. Third service error gives the Raiders the point and the side out. 18-15. Knocked over quickly by Brower. He knew it. Connor Carroll back to serve. Head coach Shane Reed, 10th season. NACC Coach of the Year doesn't agree with that call. Connor Carroll, the southpaw out of LaGrange. Carroll, Brower, here's Nelson. (17) serving 18. Fourth service error, 19-17 now. Raiders. They'll have the serve. Antonio. Lana Baez. Brower back set, so Carroll wasn't ready for it. That one out. Whew. What a shot. 18 serving 19. Amar Berzovic back to serve. Reese Wyatrowski back in to serve. That will be an ace. Second ace, knotted up 19 apiece. That one's for you, Mr. Carwin, if you're listening in. Trotsky serve. And another kill, I tell you. The net presence right now for the Raiders is tough. Matthew Schultz, the Antioch, Illinois native, makes it 20-19. Schultz will have the serve. Schultz with the serve and a 1-point lead for the Raiders. Carroll, Brower. Carroll, Naunoff keeps it alive. Meyer. Point Raiders. Spartans will take their first of 2 timeouts. 21-19 Raiders here in the first. When we come back, set number 1. A shot at the big show at hand tonight. Matthew Schultz with the serve. First timeout used by the Spartans, down to 1. Raiders will have their 2 timeouts still available here for set number 1. Meyer. Suzuki. That's his third. Big side out for the Spartans. Logan Brower back to serve. Back over to Thomas. He dumps it over. Brower ready. Fight for it at the net. Kept alive. 4 hits, they're saying. 22-20. Brower back set. Meyer. Down off ready. Brower back to Meyer again. Dig by Harris. Here's Thomas. Nelson, Brower, Meyer, part 3. And in by Thomas. Final timeout taken by the Spartans. 23-20 here in set 1. The Raiders lead. Timeout, Aurora. I'd like to thank Coffin GMC here in Aurora, Lead Management Properties, and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers of Oswego, our sponsors. MSOE up by 3, 23-20, and they have the service. Meyer, Brower, Nelson. His 6th kill, side out, AU. Nathan Carwin in to serve, the freshman from Verona, Wisconsin. Not off, ready for that. Brower. Kerwin sends it down range. Spartans have to set up defensively. Brower ready. Not off. Here's McClellan. Boy, the Raiders all over the place. Nelson. Nonoff has to send it over, and it goes out of play. Set point, MSOE. Seth Thomas serving for set number 1. Here's McClellan beyond the attack line, and that one's out. And MSOE will take the first set, 25-21. Set number 2 when we come back here in athletics.aurora.edu. Set number 2 is upon us. The Raiders of MSOE take set number 1. 25-21. The first matchup was an instant classic, and that's basically what you're seeing right here. Another one brewing. Parker Rings back to serve. Oh, that one looked like it may have been going long. Here's Meyer, and that one's out. Not off. Brower, here's Meyer. Blocked by Claus. 2-0 Raiders. Quick set. And Claus with another kill. He's got 3, and it's 3-0 Raiders. Here's Nelson. And that's going to fall in there. S.J. Nelson with the kill. He's got 7. Side out, AU. Brower with the serve. Claus is on fire. 4-1. Seth Thomas. And Suzuki with the kill. He's got 4. Spartans back within 2. Nathan Kerwin back in to serve. Thomas dumps it over. Brower ready. Who are they going to get this to? S.J. Nelson. 3 serving 4. Three serving 4. Here's Kerwin with the serve. That one out. 4-4. Spartans have knotted this one up. Kerwin ready. Here's Brower. Nelson dumps it over, but out. Five, 4. There's Claus with the serve. Nelson. Number 9 for S.J. Nelson. He leads the way in the kill category. Brower with 13 assists. Rings also 13 assists for the Raiders. Blocked up by McClellan and Berzovic. They'll go to the other opposite. Kerwin ready. Here's Brower. Back set to Nelson. Spartans up 6-5. Suzuki with the serve. Riverside Brookfield, RB, as they call it. 6-6. Fifth service error. Harris, 6'1" sophomore out of Wales, Wisconsin, serving for the Raiders. Berzovic, tall frame, able to dump it over. Spartans with a chance to take the 1-point lead again. Here's McClellan. Thomas swings at it. Ball going the wrong way. Harris able to get it over. Spartans second chance. Here's Nelson. What a nice dig that time by Zippe. Seven, 6. Brower. Berzovic with his first kill. 7-7. S.J. Nelson not wasting any time. And that will be an ace. Number 3. 8-7 Spartans. Eight. Sixth service error for the Spartans. 3 for the Raiders. Nonoff keeps it alive. Here's McClellan. Number 4 for the preseason All-American. 9-8. And we know he's got family that tune in. They tune in all around the world. Here's McClellan with the serve. That one long, and the Spartans 10-8. McClellan like running a 2-minute offense here. Coach Dan Ames wants them to just push. Back over to Thomas, and that one in. Nine serving 10. Matthew Schultz serving. Meyer. Like bodies flying everywhere. Harris. Meyer sends it down range. Spartans have to set up defensively. They'll dump it over quickly. Here's Nelson. Brower. Meyer. That one long. 10-10. Schultz serving, knotted up 10-10. Meyer with the dig. Here's McClellan. Boy, Harris, what a big save there. Thomas. Nobody home in the far corner. And the Raiders back on top by 1. Pivotal set number 2 here. Berzovic. That's his second. Berzovic will serve 11-11. Here's Thomas back on the outside. Brower got a piece of it, but it goes out of play. Parker rings, 6'4" sophomore out of Centerville, Ohio, and that one's long. 12-12. That's only the fourth service error committed by the Raiders today. Logan Brower serving, knotted up 12 apiece. Thomas, McClellan got a piece of it and ends up in the stands. Nelson, he will get the kill. Number 11 for S.J. Nelson. Nathan Kerwin back to serve. Commissioner Jeff Ligney, Assistant Commissioner Josh Schroeder in attendance. 14-13 Raiders. Tommy Claus back to serve for MSOE. Quick set. Suzuki with his fifth. Suzuki will get the serve. A little redemption here for Sebastian. Service error to last time, 14-14. That's in, the block by McClellan. Suzuki with the serve, Spartans up by one. That one long. 16-14. The Raiders will take their first time out. We'll step aside. Spartans up to 16-14 here in set two, looking to even this matchup at one set apiece. When we come back on the other side of this timeout, our broadcast brought to you by Kaufman GMC and Aurora Elite Management Properties and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers of Oswego. Timeout, Raiders. Timeout taken by head coach Shane Reed in his 10th season. Jake Oberbrunner, the assistant coach. That one dumped up. Nelson ready for it. Back to the outside, partially tipped. Kerwin looking for McClellan. Finds the corner. number 5, and it's a 3-point lead for the Spartans. Spartans hitting percentage at 145, the Raiders at 204. Baez out of Puerto Rico makes another kill, and he's got 3. Boy, what a weapon he is out there. Here's Harris, 15 serving 17. McClellan makes it 18-15 Spartans. S.J. Nelson back to serve, 11 kills, 526 hitting percentage. Back set, McClellan and Burzovich with the block. 4-point lead now, 19-15. Nelson doesn't waste any time. I think that's the message. Nonoff keeps it alive. Here's Thomas. That one blocked up. McClellan ready. Here's Nelson. Spartans keep it alive. Matthew Schultz with the kill. He's got 4. That's a big one for the Raiders. 16 serving 19. Fifth service error. Spartans point side out. McClellan back to serve. Still the 4-point lead, 20-16 Spartans. Connor Carroll in after the service error by McClellan. Schultz back to serve for MSOE. As I mentioned, coming in the number 2 seed. Doesn't get any better than this. 1 versus 2 for a spot in the show. Here's Brower. Back sets to Carroll. Connor Carroll with his first kill. 21-17. Nathan Anderson back to serve for Aurora. Boy, what a crowd we got here tonight. Anderson with the serve. That ball going the wrong way. And that one out, 22-17 Spartans. Anderson continues the fast pace. Fight for it at the net. They're going to say Suzuki was over. Back to a 4-point lead, 18 serving 22. Big shout out to my broadcast partner in crime, Sean Fry, the voice of the Spartans. A couple softball games, finished off the men's lacrosse contest. Back set to Nelson. He's got 12. You talk about a guy, Mr. Professional, Sean Fry, does a great job. Get a chance, I'd listen to him. I know I do. Here's Logan Brower, 23-18. The junior out of Shorewood. That one just long. Ninth service error, 19 serving 23. Kerwin in for Meyer. Meyer's 6'6" senior out of Des Plaines. Went to Maine West. Seth Thomas. Well, Kerwin got to it. Here's Carroll. set point Spartans. Kerwin with the serve. Set point Aurora. Everyone on their feet. Quick set blocked up by Suzuki. Thomas will send it down range. Here's Brower. Nelson. And the Spartans will win set number 2, 25-19. And tie this match up one set apiece when we come back. Set number 3 next on athletics.aurora.edu. All right, back here for set number 3 out of the break between set 2 and 3. You know, one thing I was never good was volleyball. Never claimed to be, won't ever claim to be. But this is stressful. Couldn't imagine being on the court right now with what's at stake. And Thomas finds the corner. Just looking at the MPI rankings, I mean, like head coach Dan Ames told me at the end of last match against Dominican, everything's in their court. Here's Nelson, dumps it over. They are in possession of their own destiny. Suzuki. That one blocked by Claus. NYU out of the UVC out of Region 2. Ranked number 1, nobody's going to catch them. Suzuki dumps it over. Spartans in need of a point right here. Back over to Harris. Brower keeps it alive. Naunoff, same thing. Fight for it at the net. Kerwin will win that battle. Here's Thomas again, and Thomas finds the corner. 3-0 Raiders. Number 2, Southern Virginia out of the CVC. Stevens, Middle Atlantic, and then Springfield. D3 Independent. CVC. Juanita. Nelson. 4-0. Blocked up by Harris. Messiah out of the Middle Atlantic. Carthage, CCIW. Cal Lutheran. D3 Independent. Spartans clocking in at number 11, and Nelson got a swing on it. Thomas did too. Blocked by Suzuki. Baez with the kill. It's 5-0 Raiders. Six nothing. MSOE here in the third. Spartans need a side out bad. Suzuki gives it to him. Suzuki with his 6th kill. S.J. Nelson leading away with 13. That's the team's 30th. Hitting percentage at 156, 208 for MSOE. There's Kerwin. And he gets an ace, and his parents will stand. Verona, Wisconsin natives wearing the blue and white coveralls. Follow them on Facebook. You can see their love for the kids and the sport. And Thomas, daughter playing softball out of Verona. 7-2 now, down to a 5-point lead, and Seth Thomas with the serve. So many sacrifices by the parents through the years for these kids. That's an ace. 8-2 now, back to a 6-point lead. Yeah, this kind of stuff doesn't happen overnight, I can tell you that. Claus with the kill and timeout. Spartans 9-2 here in the third. And the Raiders, after dropping set number 2, have come out here in set number 3 on fire. They lead by 7. Timeout. Head coach Dan Ames and the Spartans. Spartans down to one timeout. 7-point lead. Largest lead of the night by either team. 9-2 here in the third. The Raiders and the Spartans for a spot in the show. Knotted up one set apiece with the Raiders up by 7 in the serve by Thomas. Back set to Nelson. Nonoff keeps it alive. McClellan does too. Kerwin sends that one long. And Harris with another kill. Up to an 8-point lead. Kerwin, Brower, quick set, Berzovic. Spartans looking for a side out. Here's McClellan. He got it. That's his 7th kill. Three serving 10. Suzuki with the serve. Harris with another kill. He's got 5. Thomas is taking the lead for the Raiders with 10. S.J. Nelson with 13 leads all active players. Here's Claus. Back set to Nelson. 12-3 MSOE here in the third. That one long. 6 service error by the Raiders. 9 for the Spartans here today. S.J. Nelson with the serve. S.J. on today, 13 kills, credited with 14 total points. Boy, what a touch. (13-4). Quick dump over by Brower. Smart move. That's his second. Company with 27 assists. Kerwin with 2 and 3 for Alex Nonoff. McClellan with the serve. 7 kills, 19 total attempts. Got 3 block assists, credit with 8.5 points. Spartans need a run. That one's in by the Raiders. Back to a 9-point lead. Berzovic with the kill, found the far corner. 6 serving 14. We need a lot of points in a row. We got to get back into this. Here's Berzovic. I'm surprised that wasn't recorded as a double hit, and Suzuki makes him pay. Down to a 7-point lead. 7 serving 14. NCAA Division III week, April 7th through the 13th. Blocked by Suzuki. 8 serving 14. And Meyer with the kill, down to a 4-point lead. I'll make it a 5-point lead, excuse me. Timeout, Raiders. 9 serving 14. When we come back, here come the Spartans in set 3. Down by 5. Mar Berzovic back to serve. 9 serving 14, puts that in the net. 15-9, Raiders with the serve. 10th service error recorded by Aurora today. Matthew Schultz for the Raiders. Back set, Nelson. He's got 14 already. 10 serving 15, Logan Brower back to serve. Here's Thomas. That one hit the antenna. Spartans. Trying to fix the antenna on the near side. Logan Brower with the serve. Down to a 4-point lead for the Raiders here in set 3. Eleventh service error. 16-11. Parker Rings back to serve. Centerville, Ohio, he calls home. Not sure where that is, but it sounds like a beautiful town. Here's Nelson. Number 15 for SJ. Been to Ohio a couple times. Went out there for some races at Eldora Speedway, owned by the one and only Tony Stewart. Literally in the middle of a cornfield. Here's Nathan Kerwin, 12 serving 16. Well, the Raiders maintaining a 5-point lead here in set 3, 17-12. Seth Thomas back to serve. McClellan, fight for it. There's Brower, non-off, back to Josh McClellan. Blocked up, non-off ready. Brower, quick set, Suzuki. He's got 8. Side out Spartans. Suzuki with the serve. I can't tell you how big every single point is here tonight. 13 serving 17. Partially tipped up, kept alive by Suzuki. McClellan dumps it over. Spartan set up defensively. Near side blocked by Nelson. On the kill attempt by Baez. Down to a 3-point lead. Nathan Anderson back to serve. Another block by Berzovic, 15-17. Anderson with the serve, Spartans within 2. Quick set, nets long, 16-17, AU. 18-16. Tommy Claus back to serve. There's so much pressure on these kids. Berzovic got a swing at it. Back to the outside. Thomas got to hit this one over. Spartans with a chance to close it within one. Here's McClellan. Back to a 3-point lead now. That one just long in the near corner. (19-16). Here's Nelson. Harris with another kill. Timeout, Spartans. 20-16. Spartans out of timeouts here in the third. When we come back, 4-point lead for MSOE. Thanks to our sponsors, Kaufman GMC here in Aurora, Elite Management Properties, and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers of Oswego. (2016) after the final timeout taken by head coach Dan Ames here in the third. Tommy Claus back to serve. Claus on the day, 5 kills. 3 digs, 5 block assists, and 2 solo blocks. Berzovic with his 4th kill, side out Aurora. Spartans hitting 189. The Raiders hitting 189 on the hitting percentage. Here's S.J. Nelson. Thomas with the dig. Kerwin off the top. Here's Nelson again. Thomas keeps it alive. Back to Baez. Not off. Got a hand on it, but the kill to Baez. Brower keeps it alive. Not off into the table. And that's going to be an ace. 22-17. Connor Carroll into the contest. Harris with the serve. And the 5-point lead for the Raiders. Berzovic gets the kill. That's his 5th. Josh McClellan back to serve. 18 serving 22 here in set 3. 25-21 Raiders in set 1. 25-19 Spartans set 2. Down off, right place at the right time. Here's Carroll. Thomas with a big dig. Moves it over to Baez. Blocked up by Brower, and that one's out. 23-18. Lucas Meyer checking in for Connor Carroll. Served by Baez. Nonoff got a hand on it. Oh, what a big dig. Here's Nelson with the chance. But Thomas with the block. Set point for the Raiders. Connor Carroll back in. MSOE takes set number 3, 25-18, and now one set away from the automatic into the men's Division III volleyball championship. Spartans have some work to do when we come back in the fourth, down 2-1. Two sets to one. 25-21, the Raiders in set one. Spartans bounce back in set two, 25-19. And MSOE takes set number three, 25-18. Here's Meyer. Baez with a big smash. Nonoff. He's focused. Meyer, there's a fight for it at the net. Meyer will get it. Spartans with a chance. Here's Nelson. Number 16. 1-0 Spartans here in the fourth. Brower. That one long. Spartans up 2-0. Spartans 40 kills to 34. Attack errors 21-15 with the Spartans. Total attacks 104 to 97 Spartans. That one just missed the near corner. Hitting percentage is almost identical. 183 for Aurora, 186 for the Raiders. Assists 40 to 33 in favor of Aurora. Service aces 4-2 in favor of the Spartans. Service errors, though, doubled up by Aurora, 12-6. Here's Meyer. And the Raiders can't get that over. 3-1 Spartans. Spartans want to win this. They're going to have to take it to a fifth and deciding set. And if that happens, remember, it goes from a marathon up to 25. You have to win by 2. And set number 5, it's a sprint. First to 15. Baez ready. Kerwin gets it. Brower to McClellan. And that one hit the antenna. Tommy Claus serving. 2 serving 3. Matthew Schultz with the block. Tied up 3 apiece. Suzuki ready for it. Here's McClellan. He sends it down range. Spartans have to tighten up defensively. Nanoff keeps it alive. S.J. Nelson tried to keep that one going. Raiders now up by 1, 4-3. There's Claus. Suzuki fighting for it. And that one out. Oh, they're going to say point Raiders. Now a 2-point lead. McClellan got a big swing. Here's Baez again. Blocked up by Suzuki and Nelson. That's a mistake. Amar Berzovic makes them pay. 5-5 now. Suzuki with the serve for Aurora. Back over to Baez. And that one hit the antenna, and the Spartans back up by 1. I tell you, the Spartans through the years. Talk about some big games. Blocked up by McClellan. Brower. Now McClellan. Thomas keeps it alive. Back set to Harris. McClellan ready. Brower. Now McClellan again. Blocked up by Berzovic. They have to go away from him, and they do. 6-6. There's so many big contests. All these athletes at Aurora University have been in 200 conference championships, 194 tournament appearances. That's consistency. 7-6 Aurora. Nelson with another kill. Nelson with 17 kills. Oh, has a fight at the net. And the Raiders will win that. Baez with the serve. Here's McClellan. He's got 8. 8-7 Spartans. Backed it to Thomas, blocked up by Berzovic and Brower. Here he is again. Tipped up again. There was a whistle. Eight. Schultz. Seventh service error. Spartans with 13. Spartans with the side out and the point, 9-8. Here in the fourth. Berzovic with the serve. Back set, and that one long by Harris. Spartans now up by 2, 10-8. By the first matchup these two teams saw of each other back on the 5th. Here's Thomas, fight for it at the net. 9 serving 10. That went 5. The Spartans winning the 5th set 15-13. That one not too long ago on the 5th of April. Historically, only 3 wins for Aurora to 6 losses. Spartans just outside the top 10 at 11. Back set to Nelson. Number 18 for S.J. Nelson. Serving 9. Brower with the serve. And that one long. 12-9. Here's Thomas. Blocked up by Suzuki and Meyer. Suzuki and Meyer again. Here's Thomas. Brower. Spartans looking to go up by 4. Nelson, Suzuki. That one out. 10 serving 12. Seth Thomas back to serve for the Raiders. Thomas on the day, 12 kills leading the way for the Raiders. .333 hitting percentage, has an ace, 9 digs, 3 block assists, 14.5 points. One of their go-tos, one of their many. Here's Nelson, that's our go-to. Number 19, one away from 20. 13-10. Nathan Kerwin back to serve, freshman from Verona, Wisconsin. Not sure what brought him to Aurora, but I can tell you we are very thankful. And that one blocked up. McClellan. 14-10. Timeout Raiders. We'll step aside here in set 4. 14-10 Spartans. Looking to win set 4 and send it to a 5th and deciding set. Wouldn't have it any other way for the automatic bid to the NCAA Men's Division III Volleyball Championships. Timeout, Raiders. Nathan Kerwin back to serve. Raiders down to 1 timeout. 4-point lead for Aurora here in set 4, 14-10. Kerwin with the serve for the Spartans. Well, the winner of this will have to wait till Monday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time for the selection show. Find out where they will go. Spartans looking for a side out. S.J. Nelson. They'll get to it. Now, how about an A+ for Tommy Claus all over the place? Has that playoff mustache going. 15-11 Aurora. Nelson with his 20th kill. Here's Baez. And there was a whistle. Looks like an attack error on the Spartans. Harris with the serve. Brower ready. So is Berzovic. Here's Thomas, and Thomas with the kill. 13-15. Colin Harris, sophomore from Wales, Wisconsin. Here's McClellan. He's got 9, and the lead is back up to 3. S.J. Nelson serving for the Spartans. Non-off ready. Here's Brower looking for McClellan. Good block that time by Rings. Head coach Shane Reed in his 10th season, the NACC Coach of the Year. Spectacular season for both teams. McClellan dumps it over. Spartans have to wait. Here's Baez. Partial blocked up, and Brower makes him pay this time. 17-14. Well, yeah, you knew that it had to either be Shane Reed or Dan Ames. Either one of them a great pick for Coach of the Year. Congratulations. So many all-conference players you're seeing out here today. Here's McClellan with the serve. Kept alive by Nanoff, but that goes into the net. 15 serving 17. Matthew Schultz serving. Back set to Nelson. Number 21 for S.J. Nelson. Nathan Anderson back to serve, up by 3, 18-15 here in 4. Fight for it at the net. Meyer will win it. (19-15) Spartans. Back over to Thomas. Partially deflected, side out to the Raiders. Parker rings, back to serve. Connor Carroll back in for the Spartans. And that one's long. So close, 20-16. Logan Brower with the serve for Aurora. And that one out. 21-16, Aurora. Raiders with a timeout left. You just can't say enough nice things about both these coaches and all these players that made it this far, and that one just long. Not by much. Seth Thomas back to serve, down by 4, 17 serving 21. Spartans hitting 206, 182. Now for the Raiders. By Nanoff. What can you say? Meyer. Lucas Meyer with his third kill. Alex Nanoff, 5'9" senior out of Fountain Hills, Arizona. Absolutely one of the greatest you will see. Final timeout taken by the Raiders, 22-17 here in the 4th. When we come back, the Spartans with all their timeouts, Raiders out of them, and the Spartans leading 22-17. (22-17). Boy, this gym, the Thornton Gymnasium, is electric. Nathan Kerwin back to serve. Last time these two teams met, MSOE took the first set. Spartans took 2 and 3. And MSOE took the fourth. That almost fell in there for an ace. Here's Baez. Fight for it at the net. Suzuki, Nelson. Nonoff, be ready for it. Brower. Oh, to Nelson, and that one was too wide or too strong, and Baez makes the Spartans pay. And the Spartans won that fifth set, 15-13. (22-18) Spartans. Raiders with the serve. Here's McClellan. Number 10 for Josh McClellan. Sebastian Suzuki. Spartans 2 points away from sending this to a fifth and deciding set. Sixteenth service error, only 8 for the visitors from Milwaukee. They got a beautiful complex. Been by it many times. 19 serving 23. Here's McClellan. Spartans with a chance to make it set point. Here's Nelson, number 22 on the day. Set point Spartans. S.J. Nelson. Back over to Baez. Blocked up Berzovic. McClellan. Thomas. Nonoff keeps it alive. Never say die, Raiders. Here's McClellan. Nonoff, Brower, back to Nelson. 25-19, and folks, we are going to a fifth and deciding set for a trip to the NCAA Men's Championship. We'll be right back on the other side of this timeout, tied 2 sets apiece. First to 15 wins tonight. Well, folks, comes down to this. First to 15, win by 2. Set number 1, 25-21 MSOE. Spartans win set number 2, 25-19. Raiders bounce back to take a 2-set-1 lead, winning 25-18. Then the Spartans, 25-19 to tie it up 2-2. Boy, these two teams, they literally just saw each other. And how ironic. That it's going to come down to a set 5 to decide the conference championship. Woo, take a breath. This is it, folks. It is gut check time for both these teams. You want into the dance. It's time to shine up them shoes. For one of these teams, their dreams will come true at the end of this 5th and final set. Logan Brower will get the serve. First to 8 points. When they get to 8 points, they'll switch sides. Then it's first to 15 for all the marbles. There's a miscue that time. Oh, I thought that was good. Kerwin got the ball off the net. One nothing Raiders. Parker Rings with the serve. Here's McClellan. Blocked by Nelson and Suzuki, but it goes out of play quickly, 2-0. The Raiders got out to a huge lead back in set number 3. It's 2-0. Spartans need a side out right now. And they get it off the hand of Sebastian Suzuki. Now they're going to give that point to the Raiders quickly, 3-0. Lucas Meyer into the contest, 3-0. Here's Rings with the serve. Here's Nelson, dumps it over, Thomas ready. Baez. Back set, Meyer. Lucas Meyer with his 4th kill. 1 serve and 3. Nathan Kerwin back to serve. Harris with the kill, 4-1, side out, MSOE. Seth Thomas back to serve. Ace by Thomas that hit the tape and rolled over. Timeout Spartans. 4-point lead for the Raiders here in the 5th and deciding set. 5-1 MSOE. Timeout Spartans. 5-1 Raiders. Spartans down to 1 timeout. Seth Thomas back to serve for MSOE. Nelson with his 24th kill. 2 serving 5. Suzuki with the serve. Kerwin gets to it. Here's McClellan. Back over to Baez, and that one in. Tommy Claus. Back set to Nelson. 25. Three serving 6. S.J. Nelson. Seven serving 3. Colin Harris. Teams will switch sides on the 8th point. 9th service error. 4 serving 7. Josh McClellan with the serve. Well, there's a fight for it at the net. Not off ready. Here's Meyer. 5 serving 7. Back over to Baez, and that one long. 6 serving 7. Timeout Raiders. Each team with a timeout left. Spartans back within 1 at 6 serving 7. We come back here in the 5th and deciding set. Six serving 7. Josh McClellan back to serve out of the timeout called by head coach Shane Reed. Back over to Baez. That blocked up by Berzovic. They're going to back this one. And that one wide, 7-7. McClellan serving for the lead. And an ace! will switch sides, and the Spartans 8-7 lead at the turn. We'll take a quick break. We come back. Spartans with 1 point lead at 8-7. Josh McClellan back to serve. 8-7 Spartans. Oh, that one just wide. Eight. Antonio Baez back to serve. Navo, Puerto Rico, he calls home. Hits the tape. Brower, here's Meyer. 9-8. Nathan Anderson back in to serve. Here's Thomas, and he'll get the kill. Knotted up 9 apiece. Berzovic back in, Anderson out. Schultz with the serve for the Raiders. Here's Meyer. Raiders keep it alive. There's Thomas, and that's wide. 10-9 Spartans. Logan Brower with the serve. Well, I can see the parents on the opposite side on their phones, rocking back and forth in their seats. 10-10. 19th service error. Parker Rings with the service. Kerwin checking back in. Parker Rings, 6'4" sophomore. Brower back sets. Oh, Carroll was not ready. Here's Thomas. That one out. Not by much. Here's Kerwin with the serve. Back to Thomas. Blocked up by Suzuki and McClellan. Harris with his 11th kill. Seth Thomas. On today, 14 kills, 2 aces, 13 digs, 3 block assists, 17 and a half points credited. This guy's the real deal. And that's an ace, and the Raiders up by 1. Timeout taken by the Spartans. The Raiders now with the lead, 12-7. serving 11 when we come back on the other side of the Spartans' final timeout. Seth Thomas serving with a point on the ace, now up 12-11. Donoff gets to it. Here's McClellan. 12-12. Huge point right here. Suzuki with the serve. McClellan now with 11 kills. Here's Baez. Brower. McClellan. McClellan again. Brower. Kerwin, McClellan, back over to Baez, and that one, (13-12). Good volley between those two. Tommy Claus back to serve. McClellan again. Brower, back sets. Here's Nelson. Back to Nelson again. Baez. Blocked by Nelson. Berzovic. Back over. And Berzovic ties it up 13 apiece. Trotsky in to serve. Reese, a junior from Libertyville, Illinois. Timeout. Raiders. They're out of timeouts. On the other side of this, you will find a champion. 13-13. Timeout, MSOE. Reese, Wyatrowski back to serve. 13 apiece. Blocked up. Match point, Spartans. Reese Wyatrowski with a chance, first ever. Back set, partially blocked up. Nonoff keeps it alive. Here's McClellan. Fight for it. Brower. Nonoff sends it deep. And we're going to go into overtime. Harris with the kill. And Harris will get the serve. S.J. Nelson will check back in. Harris on the day, 12 kills. 13 for Bias, 14 for Thomas. Here's McClellan. Thomas sends it over. Who are they going to go to? Back to Nelson. Partially blocked. Nonoff ready. Here's McClellan. Match point again. And Josh McClellan back to serve. Here's McClellan. Baez blocked up. There it is! Your Spartans are going dancing! First time ever! Your Aurora University Spartans are going to the dance! That is amazing, folks. And your Spartans are dancing for the first time ever. Unbelievable. Man, almost in tears up here, folks. What a season. And what a gut-wrenching game on both sides. Unbelievable. And again, they go to a fifth and deciding set, and the Spartans are your 2025 NACC champions, regular season and now tournament, and they find themselves looking on Monday morning, 9 a.m., where they will play the commissioner, Jeff Ligney, and Josh Schroeder will present the Aurora University Spartans with the 2025 NACC Tournament Championship Trophy, first ever in school history. Unbelievable. What a ride here today for the Raiders. Their season comes to an end, but hey, these guys fought tooth and nail again. What a season for both. Head coach Dan Ames, what else can you say? And the Spartans are going dancing. Big hugs from Mrs. Ames. And here comes the trophy, the signs, the shirts. First ever in school history, led by head coach Dan Ames. How about that? The ride continues for your Aurora University Spartans. Wow. I don't know about you, but my ticker needs to be checked. Here we go. The Commissioner, Jeff Ligney. Assistant Commissioner, Josh Schroeder, presenting the Spartans They are your 2025 NACC Tournament champions and will be going to the NCAA Tournament first time ever. How about that? Unbelievable. How about a birthday present, for Gus Kalima today. Wow. What a turnout. Everything. The planets have aligned properly. And your Spartans will be dancing with their 26th win of the season. They held their own destiny in their hands. It came down to a fifth and deciding set again to get their 26th win and win their first ever NACC Tournament championship. Well, for everybody here at Thornton Gymnasium, I'm Bill Downing. I'd like to thank every one of you that have followed the Spartans this season. Continue to follow them because their journey is just beginning to the NCAAs. Congratulations, head coach Dan Ames and the rest of your 2025 NACC Tournament champion Aurora University Spartans. Have yourself a great evening. Go Spartans. Enjoy the ride, folks. Keep your hands in at all times. And make sure you check in on Monday, 9 o'clock, for the selection show. Oh, wait a second. Head coach Dan Ames. Congratulating everybody that showed up here today. You can tell he's jacked up. They're going to have a watch party here. And we will sign off. The Spartans have won it, and they are dancing here in 2025. Good night, everybody. How about that? We love you, Coach Ames. And congratulations to the Spartans. Good night, everybody. Go Spartans.